Hell nah, I ain't sleep today, but I'ma be okay. Miss my family on the east, but fuck it, I can't.
What is up, YouTube? Zuki M1 here, and I am back with a brand new YouTube video. Today I am bringing you guys another League of Legends video with me playing Azir in the mid lane versus Vel'koz. Sorry. So in this match, I believe I was playing this one by myself again. Yeah, so this is another solo queue game that I played by myself. No friends this time around. I know you guys like to hear about me hanging out with my friends and all the different cool stuff that we do together, but this time I was in there solo dolo. In this matchup, this particular matchup, like between Azir and Vel'koz, is actually really interesting. They're both about the same amount of range in terms of like I want to say they're about mid-range mages, right? Because like Azir used to be a long-range mage that had the ability to pretty much play at any part of the map in terms of like close-up, mid-screen, and far away, right? But now he's just solely a mid-range mage, right? So before I felt like, man, you know, I didn't really like picking like Azir into every matchup. Well, the long range one I did. The new one I feel like there are certain matchups I just don't want to play against. But you know, being a one trick Azir, you kind of have like, it's just difficult. Okay, I like this matchup, but I don't like it at the same time. Let's put it like that. So in this particular matchup, this guy, he will be using a lot, and I repeat, a lot of summoners. I mean, a lot of his spells. So I will take note of that, right? Because me as a player, I try to pay attention to their patterns in terms of what they're doing. And so, as you can see, my opponent is using that that W of his to last hit and also to deal damage to me. So it's basically a free trade, right? Because it gives you the minion that you're trying to get, and it also gives you free damage on me. So you know, that's not really exactly what I like. So I got to figure out how to be able to get in and get past that. So right there, right, he stepped out of position. I get a free soldier, and then I get the 3 attacks. Now he tried to hit me with his knockup, but he missed, and he tried to hit me with the jump, but he also missed that. My Kha'Zix did come in for a gank, and he came from the turret side, so we could try to force the flash. I believe we coughed up his flash. Yes, we did. So as you guys can see over there in the corner, right above his ignite, he used his flash to get away from the Kha'Zix. So he would have gave up first blood, but he did use his flash to be able to get away from that. So I believe that was a good trade on my part, right? I didn't take any damage, and he took a lot of damage, and he also had to pop his flash. So right now we're going back to the neutral. Right now I'm trying to, you know, just farm and things of that nature. I'm trying to make sure I keep my vision up because the Yi could gank at any point in time. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is whether or not this Vel'koz is trying to attempt to hit me with that, or is he just solely using that to push the lane, right? Because as a Vel'koz player, you make your attacks like indirectly, like you try to make it seem as if like, oh well, no, I wasn't aiming for you, but actually I was, type of thing. So like for instance, when they shoot off their Q to the side or whatever, and the detonation with the 2 sides makes it longer, like that, those are the ones that are tricky. Because the initial shot only goes out so far, and then the ones that come off from the sides go further than what it normally would. So in those types of situations, you gotta just be careful in terms of how he's throwing out his spells. So that's why I was trying to figure out, was he trying to hit me through the minion wave, which is why he was so you know, so willy-nilly in terms of using his mana and things like that. But honestly, I feel like he just probably used a lot of his mana just so he can shove the wave out and try to even things out between me and him. So he did step up just a little bit, and I was able to poke him down, get a little bit of damage on him and things like that or whatever. I am still pretty healthy, right? So there's no real reason for me to try to run. I mean, to try to leave lane. Now, my Kha'Zix did come in for a gank. I have no idea why, to be honest. Maybe it's because he forced his flash earlier, But at this point in time, I'm like really just trying to focus on farming. I wasn't like in position to be able to try to gank him, so he put himself into a situation where he was gonna end up fighting the Vel'koz by himself. So right here, the Yi does use an Alpha Strike to get on top of me, but I do see him because he was sitting on top of a ward, so I dash right out, get out of there with full health still. So if he did try to come around to get on top of me at the turret, I still have full health. So I do leave. I think I have about 15 or 20 CS at this time or whatever. So a little bit of a CS lead. It's not too significant. As you guys can see, the gold is dead even right now. Like there's nobody in the league. That means that everybody is farming pretty well for the most part. No one has a significant lead over the other one. My Vel'koz did end up leaving lane. He was trying to look for a pick in the bot lane, but because they're pushed up to their turret, he doesn't want to run the risk of getting ganked. I did pick up the last chapter because I do want to keep up with that mana. Because I will be trying to harass in the lane, which is normally what I try to do when I play Azir. I try to harass the laner out of lane or just force a lot of damage onto them and things like that. So right there was another example where whether or not was he aiming for me or was he just aiming for the minions. So I do have like 37 CS right now. He has like a little bit more than me because his wave clear is a lot cleaner than mine. So again, my soldiers are my wave clearing, so they have to auto attack the creatures to for me to get it. Now right there, as you guys saw, I clearly missed the brush, so I have no idea what the river is looking like. If the person does come, I can see them, but by that time it'd be way too late for me to realize whether or not if they were coming or not, which again I'm a little disappointed in myself. I did miss the brush, but whatever, you know. Again, like as you guys can see, like this Vel'koz is like crazy. Like I'm still trying to figure out what was his whole game plan. Like what was he trying to accomplish by just throwing out spells like that? Like this is ranked, you know. Like these are silver players, and you know I have a pretty decent MMR and things like that. So I'm not going against any bronze players or anything. So I'm just curious as to why his thought process is like, I'm gonna use a lot of my resources that I have in lane and, you know, tank the minion wave, running the risk of Azir diving me and killing me. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe he just think that I can't punish him like I can or whatever. I don't know. But, you know, he's at a disadvantage right now. So right there was another situation of whether or not was he trying to hit me or was he trying to hit the minion, because I wasn't exactly sure, because I mean, that skill shot was just out there. So right now, the Kha'Zix is attempting to try to get a gank on the Teemo, because the Teemo is probably harassing the Yorick, but the Yorick is having a pretty decent time up there. He has 42 CS, which is way more than the Teemo right now. The Teemo did DC, so that might explain why he was able to get ahead of him in CS, but for the most part, I don't really hear too many Yoricks ever complain about the Teemo matchup, right? I hear about Nasus, I hear about Darius, I hear about Garen, but I don't hear about Yorick actually complaining about it. I think it's due to the ghouls. But right here, the Yi does jump on top of me, right? So I flash right here, he alpha strikes, and I knew he was going to alpha strike. So I tried to get him as close to the turret as possible. Now, as you saw right there, that was one-on-one clean Azir play, okay? Now, I want you guys to, I'm gonna run you through it, play by play, of what I did, because I was on next level shit right there, guys. So, essentially what this dude did was this. He ran up on me. I took 3 auto attacks. I flashed. He alpha striked. When he alpha striked, I pushed him towards the turret because I know how his alpha strike works. When his alpha strike is done, he's going to pop up right on top of me, and then I can push him into the turret and he dies. So I don't know why, but this Vel'koz challenged me and thought that I would not be able to get the kill right here. So right here, I'm going to kill him, boom, and I get away. No problem. Barrier. So I end up getting 2 kills right there. I don't know why the Vel'koz just didn't leave when I had got the kill on the Yi, but he decided, again, I don't know what this Vel'koz thought process is exactly, but it's not where it needs to be if you're going against a guy like me. No offense. I mean, I'm not trying to say that I'm like amazing or anything, right? Because you guys seen my videos, right? You've seen what I'm capable of. I do make a lot of mistakes, but I'm saying that this guy is just doing stuff that just doesn't make sense to me. And you know, I think I'm an okay player, right? And if I'm an okay player, if you're playing bad, that okay player is going to punish you every time, right? Now imagine if I was a good or great or an amazing player, right? They're going to make you regret every single bad mistake that you're making, which I have dealt with, right? I've won against plat players. I've won against diamond players. Those guys will capitalize on your mistakes severely and make you regret every single thing that you did. So right here I see that the Vel'koz did go down bot lane. He does end up managing to pick up a kill on my Kazakhs right there. So I do push him towards away. Now I didn't know that they had grabbed the bot lane turrets right there, but luckily the Jinx does follow up with her ult. So we do pick up the kill on the Vel'koz, and then the Tristana already used her jump, so I was able to pick up the kill right there. And then the Jinx manages to kill the Soraka, landing herself a double kill. So I do ping for the dragon because I do have enough health to fight against it. So I was circling around it. I was trying to decide on whether or not, but no one fell into position, so I wasn't going to try to solo it because I didn't want to give up a kill to Master Yi, because I do have 3 kills right now, so I'm on a killing spree, right? So if I give up a kill to Yi, that'll give him bounty gold, and I'm not trying to give him any type of advantages. Any advantages for a dude like that is bad news for anybody else. So I do see the Vel'koz has made it back, so I don't want to push this too hard, right? Because I might take some damage. This time I didn't miss the brush, guys. I didn't miss the brush. I put my vision ward down. I put down a regular ward, because what tends to happen is a lot of people they see my vision ward, knock that out, and that'll be the only vision that I have in that brush, and so now I don't see anything, and I really don't like that happening. So I just tried to make sure right there that I had enough to be able to see. Now he did manage to catch his whole combo off on me, and I was a little bit afraid because I thought he had his ultimate, but then I had remembered that he used his ultimate down in the bot lane, so it probably wasn't up right then and there, which is why he didn't go for the whole combo. I did have barrier, but I don't know how much a barrier would have ate up his ultimate with it doing true damage to me at that moment. I don't know, but fortunately enough, he didn't ult me, so I was able to get away with and spend up some pretty decent amount of gold, right? Because I picked up 3 kills within the last like 5 or 10 minutes or something within the last 5 minutes or so. So you know, I'm doing pretty well. Plus I have a pretty decent amount of CS, I believe. So you know, I'm doing pretty well this game, right? As you guys can see around the map, bot lane was struggling quite a bit against Tristana, which is why I tend not to like to go against Tristana. So right now I have 91 CS and my laner has 67. He's 1-2. So he did knock out my vision ward, which I expected him to do. But I did put down another vision ward to make sure that I have vision in my lane, because I don't, again, when you're playing a heavy harassed champion, you cannot run the risk of not having vision, because if you don't have vision, then you're putting yourself at risk of getting ganked, and then you can fall behind, and then it's just a really uphill battle from there. As I've told you guys numerous times before, vision is super important when you play a guy like Azir or anybody for the most part. You just want to keep vision. So right there we saw that they was fighting against Dragon, because you see we have a vision ward in the brush, and so the Soraka was caught out of position. It was an easy Q-E, and I got the kill right there. So I'm 4-0. I do give a little chase to the Vel'koz, but he does manage to get away, so I just ward the red buff, and I head back to lane to continue my CS difference between me and the Vel'koz. So right now I'm probably at like close to about 110, 120 CS, so I'm doing significantly well. I'm going to try to pick up this turret right here, because I do have enough to be able to pick up this turret. I did do a little bit of damage on the Vel'koz just to back him up, so I can focus on pushing out his turret and things like that. But I do see the Tristana in position, so I don't want to run the risk of getting ganked by the entire bot lane. The reason why the bot lane did come to gank me was because the Nami was in mid lane, which is it's like one of those things like when a laner tends to ask people to leave their lane, mainly due to the fact that they know for a fact that other people are going to come to that lane because they see their laner there, and it's good to rotate to another lane if you see that person is dealing with more people than what they are comfortable with or what they want to deal with in that particular situation. So you know, me knowing how these things normally work, I allowed the Nami to be there, but I knew, right, that the bot lane was going to come eventually at some point in time. So I just have a pretty decent, I still have a pretty decent lead. Bot lane is still in my lane, which again I kind of expected, right? So I do a little bit of damage onto her. The Vel'koz does manage to land his Q right there, so I did take quite a bit of damage, more than I thought I was going to take, especially seeing how he doesn't really have too many items. But you know, I took at least like 15 or 20% of damage from just his Q alone. So I'm afraid to see what type of damage he would have got off on me if he would have hit a whole combo off on me. The Soraka and the Tristana are in position now to be able to try to gank me, but I back off, let the Nami heals me, and we are heading towards the top lane because there is a lot of action going on there. So the Tristana is sitting in the brush. We don't know that until we just put the vision ward down. I do manage to step on top of the Soraka's silence, so I'm not able to dash or do anything else. And I'm trying to pick up the kill here on the Yi. I will flash after him to pick this up right here. So I'm going to flash, Q, dash, and auto attack and get that kill right there. So now I'm 5-0. My team did manage to back off the rest of the enemy team right there, and we are. I stopped the animation recall for the Vel'koz just to be a dick. Yeah. So right here, this is me being arrogant as usual. Again, I'm 5-0. I'm pretty strong. So I do see the Vel'koz. He does run up. The Soraka does heal him right there. I do pick up the Soraka right there. I tried to pick up the. I do get the Vel'koz. I would have got the Teemo if I would have been able to just auto attack one more time, but I didn't. So that would have been a triple kill, but I only get the double kill instead. But I feel like that was a pretty decent, right? That was pretty decent for me to pick up right there. The Kha'Zix does try to pick up the Teemo kill right there, but he does step on top of Vashun instead. So he will back off because he is in position and he can turn on him. The Jinx does manage to pick up mid lane for me, which is really good because we did manage to get 350 gold from that. So that was global for everybody. So that's really good. I think that helped me finish up my Noxus 2. So I do have my, so I have my Morello's Malakon and I have my Noxus 2. And I'm 7-1. So I'm doing a really great job right now. I think I had at least 120 or 130 CS by now. So everything is going exactly according to plan. I do see bot lane being pushed up right here, so I will grab this wave right here and just continue my lead that I have on the people I'm going against right now. You know, you got to make sure that even though you're getting fed, that you keep that CS up. You keep that. You keep making sure that you stay ahead of everybody that you're going against. Because if you let yourself fall behind in CS, then you just gonna fall behind in the entire game. CS equals kills. So if I think it's like for 30 CS you get like 1 kill. So essentially once you get to like 150, that's like 5, I think 10, no 6 kills. So that's 6 kills worth of gold. That's a lot of gold. And if you're able to, if you got that much gold, right, you're gonna have a lot of items. And on top of that, if you have more items than your opponent, then it's going to be easier for you to kill them, right? Now, right here, I'm pushing out the bot lane because I do see all the other lanes being pushed out by my teammates. So the enemy team is going to have to prevent them from being able to push. And because it's just me by myself, you know, an AP mage, a lot of people don't expect me to be able to do as much damage as I do to turrets. Now I do see them in position, so I do drop down my tower. The Yi is unable to commit because, again, I do have a tower, so he would be tower dodging me. So I do see them in position now. The Tristan, now all three of them will attempt to jump on top of me right here. I don't have any vision, as you guys can see, so I don't see them completely, but I do know that they're there. So the Soraka is trying to hit me with her skill shots. I'm trying to avoid it as best as I can, but again, I don't have any vision. So she hits me with 2 Qs so far. I'm gonna walk up to this turret right here, and then she's gonna hit me with another one from over the wall, and then she's gonna hit me with another one to prevent me from being able to recall. So she hit me with 4 Qs, which did a hefty amount of damage. So I'm a little upset by that, right? So I summoned some soldiers, dashed into her, summoned some soldiers, to auto attack, auto attack. Now right there, I could have took the Tristana, but I did take a lot of damage from her. So I do dash into her, get a shield, but I wasn't able to get my soldiers to attack her fast enough before she was able to attack me again. Her attack speed, again, was probably just faster than me in total, right? I just have the nonsense 2 for attack speed. I don't have anything else. So obviously she probably would have gotten more damage. But the Teemo was killed by the Yorick, but the Vel'koz was able to pick that up by taking Ignite on the Yorick to prevent him from sustaining any additional life. The Jinx picks up the blue buff right there, so she's going to be looking for some picks and things like that. So she's doing the Scuttle Crab just to give us some vision in the river. Now we did pick up the first Earth Drake, which is good, but I was surprised that we hadn't gone and picked up the second one anytime soon, seeing how both are available, both Baron and the Dragon. I'm not really trying to make too many shot calls this game because it is going pretty well for us. Luckily the Jinx is strong enough to be able to solo the Earth Drake, so she does pick that up for us, which is really good because then that makes it a lot more easier for us to, you know, shove out the waves and shove out towers and be able to rotate around to Baron. So we're just putting some vision on the map and things like that. So I drop a ward over here towards the Raptors and things of that nature because it gives you vision for the entire area right there, which is really good, you know, because you want to be able to make sure that you can see them in that jungle. We do see them coming over there in position, so I do take a little bit of a more longer route, and I do see the Yi coming over, right? So because I see the Yi coming over, I immediately turn on him to try to kill him. The Jinx did miss her ultimate, unfortunately, so she wasn't able to pick up that kill right there. Now the Kazakhs almost did get killed by the Vel'koz ultimate, but he was able to get away from that. The Yi turned around with a little bit more health after doing the full meditation, but it wasn't enough to be able to fight against me, and I pick up the kill on him. I'm trying to pick up the kill on Vel'koz, but I just didn't die because I already used my E on the Yi to get the shield, so I wasn't going to be able to get another dash for another, I want to say 2, maybe 3 seconds or something like that. So I didn't want to take the risk, basically. The Soraka did hit me with a couple of her Qs. I don't know about you guys, but like Soraka's Qs are some of the most annoying things ever to deal with. Like when she throw those things and they hit you, the slow is ridiculous. The damage can sometimes be really annoying. Like it's not like super heavy damage, but it's like super annoying damage. And I mean, she's healing from it, and if she's healing from it, then that means everybody else is gonna heal from it. So essentially, it's like you helping out the enemy team. I don't know. I feel like I'm betraying myself and my teammates when I give Soraka help with those kills. But anywho's, I drop down my turret and I begin to get myself into position to try to fight with my team, because Yorick did manage to grab top lane's turret. I do see them out of position right here. I try to initiate a fight right there. I do get the Soraka right there. Yi jumps on top of me, but the exhaust came out. Right here, I get Nami gets a double bubble, and I get a quadra kill right here, and then I die to the Vel'koz right there. So I could have got the Vel'koz kill right there if I would have flashed, but everything was happening so fast that I didn't really get a chance to react as fastly as I want to. Now, if I was already thinking about flash before Vel'koz showed up, then I would have been able to get that off on him, but because I wasn't thinking about it right when it happened, I just wasn't ready to react, unfortunately. But the Jinx does manage to take this inhibitor at the, and we didn't grab top lane's inhibitor. Oh wait, no, sorry. She isn't able to grab this inhibitor, but she does grab that turret, which is still good for us regardless. That Earth Dragon putting in work, helping her be able to do a substantial amount of damage. She knocks out the Vision Ward right there, so you know, denying them vision and things of that nature. My team is currently getting in position to knock down mid again. I am 13-3 at this moment. So again, I'm just having a really snowbally type of game. I got 200 CS at 25 minutes, which I think is pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Now I'm not saying it's amazing, but I'm saying it's pretty good. So we do end up meeting back up in mid lane. The Kha'Zix is going to be roping around eventually. The Yorick is already in position because he's ready to backdoor, because his ultimate is probably available and he's ready to push. So right here, I'm shoving out mid lane and things of that nature. I do see the Yi trying to jump on top of me around here, but I do have vision. You know, I keep the vision on deck. You feel me? My vision score is like 50 right now, so I keep the vision on deck. I got 206. My laner had 123 CS. I see him out of position. I try to poke him down a little bit. He gets away from me. But my team did manage to get Baron. So, you know, while they was distracted with trying to keep me from pushing, my team was able to go and grab Baron. So that makes everything just so much more easier, right? Because Baron plus the Earth Drakes makes shoving so easy. Like, it's so easy. It's like having a rim that comes up to your ankle. You literally just drop the ball in the net and it's going to be a score every single time. So I do end up seeing the big wave coming down to bot lane, so I go grab this real quick. Again, just trying to keep my CS up above, like, what it, I'm just trying to keep my CS up, you know. Plus, you know, I like dropping S's with Azir. I don't know. I'm a weirdo like that, right? I like being able to know, like, I'm the best with my character. Alright? Alright. So I do I do go back to base. I pick up a Banshee's Veil. I am currently working on my Hourglass, I believe, which is my standard build for this season so far. So yeah, I do manage to grab my Banshee's Veil and my Hourglass. I got 6 stacks on my Dark Seal, so I'm pretty strong right now. I'm looking for a fight. You see Azir as he's running down this lane, he's looking both ways. You know why he's looking both ways? Because he's looking for that action. He like, who wants some? You want some of this? You want to take on the King of Serema? I doubt you want some of this. Well, no, I'm sorry, not the King of Serema, but the Emperor of Serema. Okay, I took over that. I wasn't born into royalty. You know, I came into it because it was there. Like, boom, Soraka came up. She tried to challenge me for my throne. I had to knock it down. You feel me? Don't throw no more Qs. I don't want no more Qs. All I want is these W's. You feel me? Boom. We take mid turret. Ain't nobody finna stop me. Boom. We take this inhibitor. Ain't nobody finna stop me. Vel'koz, you got a flash. Jinx follow up. She get that kill. Double kill. She ready for him. Hey, Yi, what you doing? Get back. Get back. Get back, Timo, you beast. Boom. Get a triple kill. Hey, Jinx, you want a quad? Watch this. Boom. Get the quad kill. It's just that simple. Alright. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe button. But this has been Zuki M1, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.